One last thing to note is that when we have this completed load feed variant and it's holding on to a result, since result is also a custom type, we can actually write what's known as a pattern match that will handle both of these at the same time. What I mean by that is instead of saying completed load feed and then saying result right here and then doing a case on that result, we can actually specify both of these at the same time. And this is typically how it's done. So this is saying if I got a completed load feed message and the result inside was an OK, here's what I want to do. And then also if I got a completed load feed message where I got an error for this result, then I want to do this other thing. So this is a shorthand for writing out completed load feed result and then case result of and doing a nested case expression. This lets us, instead of nesting it, just enumerate the two different possible paths that could go with that nested case expression and just say, okay, I want to handle this one and then I want to handle this one, and doing those both at the top level. Typically, this is how people do it with HTTP requests. So they're all handled right in the same case expression. And that's known as pattern matching. That brings us to the conclusion of part 8. So we learned about tuples, which are essentially shorthands for records where fields are accessed by position rather than by name. We saw how to do randomness in Elm with random.generate and how that works through a command because Elm has these function guarantees of all functions that are given the same arguments must return the same value. We saw that commands are a description of some effect to be run by the Elm runtime. They don't actually run anything when you instantiate them. You can make 1,000 of them and that will do absolutely nothing. It's only when update returns one of them that the runtime will take that value and actually execute it. And finally, we learned how to do HTTP using tuples and commands by converting some description of what we want the HTTP request to be into a command by using http.send and passing it what to do in the case of success and what to do in the case of failure, which generally means wrapping up that result that specifies either it succeeded or it failed inside a message variant.